So today we're going to talk about, can I pay my house cleaner less? This is a really sticky question because there are a lot of Airbnb owners that feel like they're overpaying for house cleaning. Let's go back one step. House cleaning is an investment in your business. It is part of what drives your ratings and reviews that bring more customers in. So when you want to nickel and dime your house cleaner and you want to shortcut that process, all you're doing is you're shortcutting your own ratings and reviews, and you're shortcutting the opportunity for you to make more money, if that makes any sense. Can you charge your house cleaner less? The question came in from an Airbnb owner who has an entire house that they rent out. And she says, I have 6 bedrooms, but my guests only used 4. Can I pay my house cleaner less? Well, you can, but I wouldn't go down that road. Here's the reason why. The house cleaner has to come and clean the entire house, whether it's 4 bedrooms or 6 bedrooms that are used. It's no different than a regular home that they go to, and maybe 2 of those rooms are guest rooms. It's part of the house, right? You still have all the cleaning supplies that you bring. You still had to book out the time on your schedule. You still have to have the knowledge and the expertise to clean the house. You got to come to the house during the small window where people are checking out and people are checking in, which is very tough to find house cleaning companies that can fit you in that window. Once they get there, they still have all the mopping and the sweeping and the vacuuming and the wiping down of the cupboards and the dusting and picking up of things and linens and damage reports and photos and all these things that they do to create the turnover service. And so if they have 2 less beds to make today, that's going to save them, what, 5 minutes? So you're going to cut their pay because they're going to spend 5 minutes less today. Let's stop for a second and think, what happens if the 4 rooms that they used, they trashed, and it took an extra 30 minutes for the house cleaner to clean up? Would you expect her to charge you an extra 30 minutes for her time because she's going to be there for an extra 30 minutes, right? So there's this ongoing thing that goes back and forth. Can I charge less? Can I charge more? Back and forth. My suggestion is that you come to a very even agreement on here's the price of the house so that the house cleaner can budget it in and you can budget it in as an Airbnb host, and then you can create your cleaning fees in accordance with that so that you both get what you need out of the deal. That would be my recommendation. All right, there's another question that came in on, can I pay my house cleaner less if I hire somebody who's not bonded and insured and I provide the cleaning supplies? Okay, I just need to stop and scratch my head over that one. This is your business. This is your most valuable asset, your home, and you're having people come in. And as people come in and rent your space, you're going to cheapskate on that process. Right? Let me understand that I know what you're talking about, right? Okay, so my recommendation is please don't do that. If you hire somebody that's not bonded and insured, there's no protection for you as a homeowner if for some reason they damage your property. And what it sounds like to me is you want to provide the cleaning supplies, which says they are not providing cleaning supplies they have been trained with. So we hope they know how to use them. And we hope they don't use the wrong solution on the wrong surface and damage your property. And if they do, they're not bonded and insured if that's who you decide to hire. And so there's no protection for you as the homeowner to protect your biggest asset, which is your rental of the people coming in, right? That are going to rent the space from you. So it just seems like you're jumping over $1 to save a nickel. And I don't recommend that at all. Because what happens when you hire non-professionals and you hire people that have not been trained and people that don't have their own equipment and people that are not bonded and insured, what you're doing is you are running the risk of just getting the cheapest option available. And I love to save money, so I know where you're coming from. Here's what happens though. Cheap equals cheap. And so oftentimes you get cheap and then you get cheap service or quick service or unreliable service. And there's no company or insured bonded company that's going to back your service plan to say we will have somebody there at a certain time. And so with the bad cleaning comes bad ratings and reviews. So you saved a little bit of money, yeah, but now it's going to cost you money because you got bad ratings and reviews and you have less customers. So it's kind of this weird vicious cycle where if you hire the best and you have high expectations and you reward the cleaning people that work for you and you appreciate them and you value them, they will be loyal to you. And so if you are looking for the cheapest, quickest, fastest shortcut, all you're going to get is the quickest, cheapest, fastest shortcut that's unreliable. And you may land on a good house cleaner, but it's unlikely, right? The people that are really good and they're qualified have big businesses. They are successful. So my recommendation to you would be don't chintz on the one thing that is guaranteed to bring you in more ratings and reviews.